Hello, everyone, and welcome to our business pitch. Today, we are happy to introduce our startup, Core Solutions. Heart disease is the leading cause of death globally for both men and women. This is partly due to its inherent dangerous nature, but also due to inadequate therapy and follow-up after cardiovascular events such as heart attacks, strokes, and arrhythmias. Cardiac rehab is proven to have significant positive impacts on heart disease patients' mortality rates, readmission rates, and overall health outcomes, but it's been underutilized by providers and inaccessible to patients. Just like many other problems in healthcare, the pandemic made things worse, as almost half of cardiac rehab centers closed, and many cardiac patients were left in hospitals that are already overcrowded and short on staff and resources. Some institutions shifted to a remote cardiac rehab to try and lighten the load they're taking on, but the models they followed were mostly through emails and phone calls, which were proven to be very inefficient. This is where we come in. Our solution is a comprehensive virtual cardiac software that allows patients to complete cardiac rehab from the comfort of their own homes, with minimal in-person visits through our mobile app. The app would resolve many travel-related complications for patients, which includes eliminating travel time and disability-related struggles. It also provides patients with a communication tool where they can stay in contact with their providers and voice their questions and concerns anytime, anywhere. On the provider side, cardiologists, therapists, and other care providers will be able to manage more patients more efficiently through our integrated software, which we will dive into soon. It also alleviates some of the overcrowding currently taking place at healthcare centers, and it provides more consistent, detailed, and accurate data to better inform the recovery plan. Before diving into our software features, let's talk business. Our revenue will mainly be generated from subscription fees and annual contracts with healthcare institutions who wish to use our software. We can also license the technology to be used by certain providers in markets where healthcare is more commercialized. Our project will be costly at the start as we recruit staff, develop our product, and test it, which will set us back approximately $500,000. We anticipate those costs to significantly decrease once the product is launched, since the testing and development will not be as intensive from that point on. We plan on forming strategic alliances with hospitals, governmental healthcare authorities, and cardiac rehab centers across the country. We also plan on establishing competition with investor entities and close buyer-supplier connections with our suppliers. In terms of resources, we have four main categories: human capital, financial resources, intellectual resources, and research and development space. Now, diving back into our product, here are some of the main features that we will have to ensure optimal delivery of therapy and set us apart from our competitors. Firstly, we will have individualized rehab plans and calendars that outline the process for each patient. Those plans are designed and followed closely by their provider to fit each individual's specific needs and lifestyle. Secondly, we will have symptom logging and reporting tools that allow patients to relay information regarding their progress directly to their provider. We will also have medication and exercise reminders to ensure adequate adherence to the patient's responsibilities in making their recovery plan a success. We will provide channels for constant communication between patients and their providers through text, scheduled check-ins, and video and audio calls. Additionally, we will have seamless integration into pre-existing patient management softwares at all of our clients' institutions to make it easier for providers to use. Finally, we plan on utilizing wearable devices like Apple Watches and heart monitors to gain more consistent data and detect any physiological irregularities.
Now, moving on to marketing and sales, we will be planning on capitalizing on three main leverage points. Firstly, we are the first private Canadian company to offer virtual cardiac rehab. Secondly, we have a unique product entering a rapidly growing telemedicine industry. And lastly, we have enough competition to learn from, but the space is not crowded to the point where there is a significant barrier to entry. In order to reach our customers, we plan on partnering with providers, as mentioned before, participating in events like conventions, competitions, and accelerators to increase our exposure. When looking at our competitors, we can visualize the new emerging market, which is cardiac telehealth. Movin is the division of Moving Analytics, which is a telehealth provider of cardiovascular prevention programs, and they provide an integrated program to deliver remote and virtual cardiac rehab. They connect accredited cardiac rehab professionals with patients, and they're located in California, USA, and founded in 2013. They have so far raised over $20 million of funding and netted a little under $10 million in revenue. Next is Recora, which has received $40 million in funding and is based in the New York City of the US. They were founded in 2020 and have quickly gained users where they aim to empower patients and allow their users to manage their heart health from home, thus enabling providers and patients to provide continuous care through the strengthening patient-provider relationships. Another competitor in the field is Carta, which is based in Pennsylvania, USA, and they have significant lower funding at $5 to $10 million, but they were founded in the later half of 2018. Carta delivers personalized packages to their users and facilitates patient-to-physician relationships, as well as online rehabilitative care. Carta offers effective solutions which range as low as $8 a session. Expanding on these brands, we can see an overview table that compares our companies to the following competitors. This effectively exhibits the gaps and the missing features from their solutions, which we plan on integrating into our telehealth company. Most notably, none of these main competitors have reached markets outside of the United States yet.
We are currently a small team of co-founders with various academic backgrounds in the health and life science fields, which we can use to inform the early development of the medical aspects. We plan on hiring experts to join the team to better inform the construction of the product and provide expertise in the medical, technological, and financial aspects of the business. This chart is showcasing our financial projections for the next 4 years. We base those projections on $70,000 in annual contract value per client and a 40% profit margin, both of which are informed by current market statistics. Our serviceable, obtainable market is cardiac rehab centers in Ontario, and by obtaining 25% of that market every year, we expect to be in a net positive within our second year in business. The current status of our company is that we are in the early stages of finalizing the product as well as finishing the executive plan. The money we will raise will be used to develop the first version of our software and hire experts to join our team. Before entering the market, we will run a soft launch and use the feedback to fine-tune our product.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into our pitch, and we hope that you will consider investing in our company.